Stand Up isn't scary because of what's on the island, but because of what's in the characters. This is the kind of movie that will have you laughing in 1 minute and scared for the characters the next moment. You're like, yo, what's actually happening? These people are definitely losing their minds. Sam Raimi takes comedy, chaos, horror, and a psychological thriller and pulls it up into this one fun and entertaining movie that's honestly a little unpredictable and filled with weird and deep thrilling moments. So yeah, let's talk about Sandy Alp because this one kind of surprised me. I know this movie was on my top 10 most anticipated movies of the year, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't actually watch a trailer for this movie. I was just excited to watch a new Sam Raimi movie, and that's one of the things that really surprised me about this movie. I kind of knew what to expect with it being a Sam Raimi movie, but yeah, there was still a few surprises that really caught me off guard. One of those kind of movies that will have you on the edge of your seat, gripping to whatever you call these things, and the next moment you are laughing out loud because the characters get a little absurd and the story does really, uh, well, it kind of borders on comedy and thriller. The movie starts out okay as like a typical comedy, but once you get on that island, it feels like you might actually lose your mind with the characters. And if you know Sam Raimi, you know that he's a director who can perfectly balance the comedy and the thriller aspects of a movie in strange ways. And sometimes it feels like you shouldn't laugh, but it's so funny that you just have to. And yeah, you're supposed to be terrified, but it comes off in such a great comedic way. Honestly, Sandy Alp is one of the strangest grounded movies that I've seen in a while. What I like about the story is how it really subverts expectations. There's no clear hero or villain in this movie. Sam Raimi usually has clear characters, or the characters' motivations are usually clear. In the beginning, this movie does seem like it has clear villain or a clear hero or maybe even anti-hero, but yeah, it's all over the place, which I find kind of intriguing. It's easy to like both lead characters and to hate them. So that's the part that this movie really shines bright in. And the performances by Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien adds to this. They are really great at moving the story forward and how their characters develop from, well, pretty much normal characters that you meet in your everyday life when you're in a corporate workspace to what will actually happen when people are, well, pushed to their limits. At the end of the day, I feel like this movie is all about what will happen to humanity when we are put in these challenging situations, like a survivor type of situation. Survivor is also probably a big inspiration behind this movie. Now, the movie is definitely a combination of a couple of genres. Like I said, it's a dark comedy, it has horror moments, it has thriller, it has drama, and at some point you might actually think there's some romance, but I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you. You have to go watch what really happens. Now, I'll be honest about the mixture of genres. Sometimes the movie feels like it doesn't really have an identity, like it has an identity crisis, because there are some moments that you think, okay, this is gonna be this big horror set piece or action set piece, and then it goes in a totally different direction. And that's kind of what brings my score down a little bit. I had fun with the movie, but some things just went lost on me. And back to the acting, Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien were definitely the best parts of this movie. Rachel is so good in this. She starts out as this nerdy accountant type of character who evolves into the survivalist, the one with the skills, the one who's actually just trying to help them survive. But she also has a few secrets and a few tricks up her sleeve. And Dylan O'Brien, also fantastic, Like I said, this character is more of this corporate, Wall Street type of a-hole guys, and he kind of fits perfectly into that. But as the movie progresses, his character changes a bit, or at least we think it changes at times, and then he's back to that, just trying to subvert expectations once again with the Sam Raimi movie. They do play off well against each other. They are opposites, and sometimes they are so similar that you actually can't believe it. Even when the scenes aren't that great, the chemistry between these actors is amazing and entertaining to watch. Another thing that I like about this movie is the island environment. I think the production was wonderful. It doesn't rely much on big CGI or big set pieces. I feel like it was shot on location because it looks great. The scenery is beautiful. You are transported to this island with them, and the island kind of serves as its own character in this movie. It's not just a setting. So that's also interesting. And Danny Elfman's score is phenomenal in this movie. It is one of the best. It feels a little dramatic at times, and other times it feels a little campy, kind of like what he did with his Tim Burton movies. So yeah, it's kind of exciting. It adds to the quirky elements of this movie, or the weird elements. And in terms of Raimi's direction, if you know Sam Raimi and what these movies are usually like, then you're obviously gonna enjoy this if you love his style, because all the first person shots, the Dutch angles, everything is there, the fast cuts. It's a typical Sam Raimi movie. And you can see that he once again finally gets to make a movie that he wanted to make. And honestly, that's one of the better parts of this movie, is that you get a full Sam Raimi experience. And I know that's probably not for everyone, which can, well, be in its favor or not in the movie's favor. That's up to you on what kind of movies you like. It's been a while since I've watched the Sam Raimi movie. I think, yeah, since Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which only felt a little bit like a Sam Raimi movie. It didn't have everything that made a great Sam Raimi movie. And that's why I actually really enjoyed this movie. I do think it's not perfect. I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the characters. I've never been the biggest horror fan, but this type of horror thriller comedies really entertain me. So overall, I think Sandel might not be Sam Raimi's best movie, but it's a fun movie, especially for this time of the year where there's not really much going on. It's a fun experience, especially if you watch it in cinemas. The characters are great. They make the film a lot better with their exceptional performances. I love Raimi's direction, but I think the movie relies too much on the theme changes, which I think doesn't always work well for the movie or for the story. It has a few plot holes that I'm not gonna go into, and even though I still think that might actually be a little forgettable, I think it's worth watching at least once. It's worth going to the cinema for, and that's why this movie gets 3.5 stars from me. It's not the biggest movie or the best movie I've watched this year so far. I know we're only a month into the year, but it's still a fun and entertaining movie. And if you're gonna go watch something new, this is a movie that I recommend that you watch. And when you finally watch it, let me know what worked for you, what you expected. Did it subvert your expectation, or was it exactly what you expected? And yeah, if you enjoy movie reviews, don't forget to like and subscribe, share this video, leave a comment, and catch me on Instagram for shorter reviews and everything else movie, TV, and pop culture related.